So by this time, we've learned about a variety of different forms of communication. We've talked at length about nonverbal communication, facial expressions, gestures. We've discussed listening and roadblocks to good listening. We've discussed tone of voice and the creation of vocal branding. So now it's time to put all of these individual parts together and actually start working on delivering speeches. In the following video, what we are going to do is break down the different sections of a speech and look at how is the best way to grab an audience's attention, organize your arguments, and leave them wanting more. So during this class, you're going to be tasked with presenting a number of different types of speeches: persuasive, informative. But regardless of the type of speech, this is a format that your speech should be arranged in and how your thoughts should be organized going forward. So let's start where we always must, with the introduction. Now, no one just gets up to the podium and just starts presenting their ideas. The introduction is a place not only to introduce your topic to the audience, but it's an opportunity to grab their attention and make them want to hear more about what you have to say. It's kind of like a trailer for a movie. Your goal here is to get people interested enough that they want to come back and see the rest of the picture. A good introduction is broken down into about 4 major areas, and we're going to take a look at them right now. So first we start with the attention getter. This is usually the best way to begin your speech. They're designed to pique an audience's interest in what you have to say and make them more willing to come along with you as you share your topic with them. In musical terms, what producers will often call this is the hook. You know, it's that catchy beat or chorus or rhyme scheme that sticks in a person's mind and makes them want to listen to the entire song. So this is where you're gonna try to grab your audience's attention, hook them into what you're saying, and reel them in. There are a number of different ways to grab an audience's attention, and there is no stronger or weaker way. It all depends on what you feel is going to service your topic the most. Which one of these do you feel is going to be the best way to grab your audience's attention and make them interested in what you are going to be presenting them? There are a couple of different methods, like asking questions. You know, a famous infomercial once began with the quote, "Do you want to make more money? Sure, you all do." And then it would launch into the sales pitch. So right away, it taps into something that the audience wants to know. Do you want to make more money? And yes, we mostly do. And so the audience was willing to sit through a very, very bizarre infomercial. You can also make a startling statement. Now, this is a tactic that you've probably seen used a lot on nightly news shows to try to get you to tune into the program. Is there a deadly microbe in your kid's milk? Tune in tonight at 11 and find out. You know, it's designed to jolt the audience into paying attention. Giving a quotation is another good attention giver. Giving a famous or catchy or recognizable quote, one that the audience knows and can relate to your topic, can help create a feeling of familiarity with the topic and the speaker and create some common ground between them and you. I often find that telling a story, that recounting some kind of narrative that either happened to me personally or happened to someone I know or something from current events, but starting with a story can help guide the audience in, especially with speeches that rely on a lot of cold hard facts. Presenting a personal connection to the material can help create a bond with the listeners. So after you have gotten your audience's attention, you need to guide them in to the remainder of the speech, and this is where the link comes into play. The link is a statement that comes between the attention getter and the thesis statement and logically connects the two. So once you have their attention, the next step is to help guide them towards the topic of the speech. This helps the audience to feel that listening to your speech is worth their time and energy. So everything we've done up to this point, the attention getter and then the link, is all leading to this point. This is like the centerpiece of your introduction, and that is the thesis statement. This is where you tell the audience clearly what you are going to talk about. It should be short, concise, and directly to the point. For instance, if you're presenting a movie review, today I'll be reviewing the 1987 movie The Monster Squad. There. Tells you exactly what I'm going to be talking about and what the rest of the speech is going to cover. So, you've gotten the audience's attention. You've created the link between the attention getter and your thesis statement, your clear, concise statement of what you're going to be talking about. Now what you tend to want to do is present the audience with a preview statement. This is one sentence at the end of the introduction that gives the audience kind of an overview of the majority of the areas that will be discussed in the body of the speech. So, for example, if you were going to give a speech on the negative effects of alcohol, you might mention alcohol's physical and mental and social effects. A speech on the success stories of Olympians could include preview statements about physical and mental preparation. Going back to my Monster Squad movie review example, a preview statement might be something along the lines of, we're going to look at this film's strengths, its weaknesses, and its lasting place in popular culture. So there it is. I've laid out kind of what the body of the speech, which we're going to talk about next time, what that is going to cover, but I've given them kind of the chapter headings. Like if the speech was a book, here are the major chapters we're going to cover. And of course, these areas are going to be brought back up in the body of the speech with more specific examples added for support. So once again, here are the four major parts of your introduction. So first you start with the attention getter, something to grab the audience's attention and make them want to come along with you throughout the rest of the speech. Again, you can use any of these that you feel is going to service your speech best. Asking questions, making references, startling statement, giving a quotation, telling a story. Whatever is going to get the audience interested in what you have to say. So you have the attention getter, and then you have the link. This is the sentence that comes between the attention getter and the thesis statement and logically connects the two. So creating a bridge between the audience and the topic. The thesis statement, wherein you tell your audience exactly what you will be speaking about. And the preview statement, one sentence at the end of the introduction that gives audiences an overview of the major areas that will be discussed in the body of this speech. Please make sure you check the description of this video for links to other videos that will go into greater detail on some of these topics should you be confused.